Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Songs of Conquest, where today we are 4 beacons of power away from a campaign victory, and I think just about to really get ourselves established on this map. We have a couple of, crummy minor settlements down, a little bit of troop recruitment going, but I think things are going to get a little bit more intense here, and I'm hoping we're going to be in position to meet that intensity. We definitely got to take this settlement soon. Let's start by taking all this stuff, though. I would love a little bit of free Arcana Essence and some money. All right, we'll drop back in here. We'll do one more quick recruitment grab, and then we'll head out to see if we can grab that settlement. Here is beacon number 4 of critical import. Probably seems likely, right? We have lots of Glimmerweave. I think I will actually just take the raw money here. That is an enchanted bag of acorns, which is free wood production, if I remember correctly. And she does have an open slot for it. I am actually going to remove the timber mill that we have at this base and replace it with, honestly, probably a rat warren. We could just use more rats. More rats is more good, as I always say. All right, let's get our bag of acorns. So we probably want you kind of forward-ish. Yeah, this will do. I did not look at what this group of enemies. Okay, it's just burrowers. Let's say, like, burrowers combined with other enemies can be a little bit complicated because you have to move in a way that makes sense for potentially dealing with the other foes, as well as doing the stuff that as well as doing this thing where you just avoid the burrowing. But it turns out actually it's not going to be a big deal. This is a very annoying way to fight, I will say that. All right, let's try to condense a little bit. Okay, so I could and probably should throw a quicken on this. Like you can grab 2 extra movement. All right, and I think we're gonna do a sabotage here, even though we have a pretty weak sabotage. All right, well I'm gonna take the lethal repel. And then, honestly, you're just gonna not move. You're gonna sing. Get some poisons in here. I guess what I'm gonna do is move up to here, then repel this guy, and then take a nice clean shot at him. Should probably make sure we are in deadly range with all these poisoner shots. Oh wow, he actually just attacked. Wow, color me surprised. 3 points of quicken on the zombies will get them where they're going. Okay, and then repel for the kill. Honestly, it's possible that the repel would have been a kill without the attack even. But the repel would also have taken him out of range of the zombies. So I didn't want to test it. Sure, welcome aboard. Alright, so there's our wood income again, and that might be a tougher stack of Rana right there. Alright, that small settlement will flip in just a moment. I will take a very small amount of extra steps here to hit the granary. Hold on, you. I had Brother Halar selected for a reason. Hit the granary, hit this thing. Oh wait, let me do the rat upgrade here so that we can maximize. Okay. Is this set up the way we want it to be? Yeah, this army is more or less set up the way we want it to be. All right, let's move west and see what we can do here. Okay, that's definitely a dead end out there. Touch a road sign. So protectors plus burrowers could be a little bit tricky because the protectors obviously have the ability to keep the keep units in position for the burrowers, but there is a beacon of power at stake, so I feel like we don't really have much of a choice here. I can run back and take a bunch of recruits though. Let's do that before this fight. Are you upgraded? No, but you could be. And now this stoneworks, like we don't necessarily need a stoneworks, but if we have one, it should be producing 2 stone per turn at the very least. We'll hold on to it for now. Alright, so let's dump these troops into that pool and make a little bit of room. We should grab the rats, too. How much movement do you have left? Okay, none. So yeah, we'll get one more turn of recruitment before we have to do anything there. That's a trading post, which I think is probably okay. Like, what do I want to do here? This looks like it's probably going to be the gate to the rest of the world, right? Because we have this river separating. It's hard to say. Well, I think I'm gonna build in this location, what do you call it? A rally point. So that we can gather up our recruits somewhat. And then there's lots of other stuff for you to take advantage of here. All right, let's see what the defenses of this place look like. I do see 2 fully upgraded towers, so that's a bummer. Get the sense that there are enemies moving around over there. I guess we don't need the stoneworks building because we have a stone deposit here. You know what, let's stay focused. Hold on. Sorry, I should have grabbed this as I walked past. All right, we'll take the north route. I'll grab the milestone and then hit this. We weren't going to get to the town this turn anyway. It's fine. Let's bring on everybody and go fight. Yeah, this should be relatively easy with this force. Don't necessarily want all of them up there. Something like this probably makes sense. Let's see what they give us on the quick battle. That's a huge amount of losses. I think I can outdo that. Wow, that's a huge amount of losses. What the hell? Okay, so you can move basically nowhere except via charging. Yeah, that's interesting. Sacrifice 1 unit and summon a temporary oathbound with 15 units in front of you. I don't believe I knew about that ability. I guess this is the first time we're actually getting to command these things as part of this force in this whole campaign, isn't it? So, the question then becomes, where do I think that Oathbound's going to come up? Or the Burrower? I bet it's over here. This guy can only do one retaliate, right? I think I'm just going to abandon these guys, more or less. And we're going to take fewer losses overall this way. So let's see here. These are all spots where the Burrower might come up. But this should be safe, right? I think this one's okay. We can get an actual deadly range poisoning off here. You can disengage because of your stealthiness. You can do the same. You know what? I'm going to go one space further. And yeah, you can come over here. Be safe. Let's see what the Burrower does, and then we'll make our other decisions. Ah! His burrow is blocked, and since we didn't move into any locations adjacent to any of our people, that means he tried to burrow here, and then they moved their other unit here as well. Which is just silly. That's just a silly thing to do. So we would take a pretty serious counterattack here. How do I want to deal with you? Okay, the ability to nuke his damage down to nothing, unfortunately, requires a little bit more order than we have. What do I think the right move is? I kind of want to focus on the Burrower. Attacking with the rats is not amazing. Like doing a normal attack. But positioning the rats for repel damage, I think, is reasonable. Okay, I kind of figured he was going to do that. He wasn't going to just sit and fight with this dude. So you're dealing like 60-ish damage. You kill a Burrower. Ugh. It is tough. It is tough to get meaningful damage dealt here. So I think my play is going to be... How much movement do you have? 6? Yeah, I'm gonna get over here. We're gonna not attack. Because the amount of damage we take on the counterattack is too brutal. You're going to move to there. And then this is repel time. There we go. Everybody gets to swing for free. And then we can go after him. We'll just quicken, and I guess... quicken. There we go. Very low loss way to play the game. Do we want to sabotage? Because like we're gonna have to fight this guy to some degree, right? But I guess in a very real, like we could just set up for another repel here. We're gonna pull Arcana ×2 on your turn. Yeah, let's set up for another repel. I am not swinging. So you get up over here and steal his single creation. Probably not. I mean, I guess there's nothing else to do. I'm not attacking. So, yeah. Steal his single creation. Ridiculous. Alright, may as well throw you in. But the most important thing is moving this guy so that we actually get the repel movement. Alright. Then you get to take up his spot and shoot him. Unfortunately, that still lets him sort of pick his target here. Can't really do very much about that. All right, rats in at the very least lets us do a lot of harm. Let's set up sabotage. He will be reluctant to just walk away from the rats, I think. I could sabotage him some more. Right, this probably stacks. Weird way to spend a lot of destruction, but okay, it's doing something. All right, we got all these poison effects. Let's give you and you some bonus movement. I mean, you know what we're doing here, obviously. Okay, you're not going to get anywhere close to actually being able to provide anything to us. Yeah, just run over here. Just gonna throw up some defenses. You don't... No, okay. Under normal circumstances, you should get a stab. You just didn't because it had been spent already. Because he had moved away from us earlier in the round. So I think it's okay to run up here and sing the song of our people. And we actually want to do the repel like on the rat's turn. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're stealthy, right? Yeah. So I think it's okay for this guy to stand here. Or I could take the repel now and actually take my ranged attack. That's probably the better way to do this. So let's re-sabotage as long as we're really committing to the thing. Okay. A little annoying that I put him on the high ground, but the important thing is simply to not let him take advantage of it. Okay, at this point, that's pretty low value, and I think I'm better off saving my Arcana. Alright, is there a version of this where we get a meaningful kill? Probably not. I'm going to step here. I'm going to do the repel. A little bit more poison on him, a little bit more damage. Okay. It was enough poison overall. Yeah, that's a much more sensible loss. The thing about the quick battler is that it does not it does not get all of its damage from casting repel. It hasn't the wherewithal. Yeah, more damage, more spell damage resistance. Sure. Zombie stack gets even larger. Sure. Okay. Is that army in position to do the kind of damage we would like? Probably not. Okay, what else do we want to do at this place? We don't yet... Like, I'm really not desperate for trade. And we don't yet have an Aurelian Sanctum. We're going to also need a Croft. But let's start with the Sanctum. Or would I rather have just like even more Toxicologists? They are really powerful. And if I'm honest, I don't love these units, even the Necromancer. Maybe it is just like... Maybe it is just get Toxicologists. We go through a lot of them pretty quickly. These units are also really, really valuable. Alright, give me another crypt. That's what we're going to do. So what's left in the pools? There's not very much. Yeah, I mean, you may as well take on... It's a little awkward because her Oathbound are not upgraded. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this and turn it into a crypt. And I'm a little uncertain about her army being able to actually like fight at the moment. So I think what we're going to do with her first before anything else is I'm going to wait for this crypt to finish, wait for the upgrade, fix her troops, and then we'll use the rally point and everything. So I think she should stay right there, which I guess means we're done. I have no idea whether we're actually going to be able to take this settlement or not. Okay, there's some Rana that's over here. Okay, so that's a location that we've only been able to see via Watchtower. Not a place where they could potentially get to us this turn. Only Dragon Bones can conduct the transfer of essence on this scale. The remains of the fallen Tree Mothers will shield the beacons, allowing the wielder to focus their power without spilling over to those nearby. There were a few accidents before we got it working. Okay, so this way from here, it just goes to a place that we already know. Let's go do battle with this Artificer's Expedition. Barian workers and soldiers had set up camp near this beacon. As Magnolia Silverlink approached, they gathered, ready for battle. Stop! We are to protect this beacon at all costs. Come now, you should join us, not fight us. All we seek is peace. Well, we didn't work for so long to give these away. We won't be joining your empire. Our ancestors fought to leave it, and we'll fight to stay out of it. Well, that's not gonna work. Because if you die in combat with me, you're joining, so perhaps think these things through. Yeah, this should do. Again, out of curiosity, what would you give me on the quick battle? You know, that's an outcome I can accept. Okay, so at this point, there's not a huge amount of reason. I guess, you know, hitting that levitating obelisk is worthwhile. I was going to say we might want to just do a beacon teleport, but let's clear this first. The rats could probably be like... this probably shouldn't be a single... When I mouse over it, it says Risen, but it's very clearly a Toxicologist. Or a Bane, rather. Let's make that you. This makes a little bit more sense to me. Crawlers are tough. They're not nearly as tough as burrowers. You know what? That's an okay outcome. Alright, so we'll get that and then we'll teleport. I guess somebody's got to see what's going on down here. We got to clear this path a little bit. We'll take this upgrade, which will allow us to, first of all, do that. Secondly, more importantly, do this. Okay, and now when we recruit from here... I think I'm going to merge these... Oh, I'm actually out of money. I actually did run all the way out of money. Well, that's sad. I was gonna use one guy to fill that space. Order and Arcana, you know what, that's fine. Okay, let's go get some money, I suppose. Does it make more sense to travel north? I guess let's see what's up north. Grab this big pile of gold. And then head north. Alright. We're not going to see too much more resistance from the Baryons, it seems like. I think they're just kind of like out of the battle at this point. And it's going to come down to us and the Rana. What would you give me for a quick battle at Three Lakes? Wow, really? I think that's better than we're going to get for sure. Like, the Ballista will do more damage to us in the actual battle than that on the first turn. Or more meaningful damage. So I think we're definitely going to take that. And this is a convert for sure. Maybe it's just a raise. I've taken the convert. I don't want to have to pay to build the settlement up from base, I think. At the very least. Alright, so that crypt is done. Which, oh right, I'm out of money. Yeah, that'll slow down production a little bit. Okay, so we can see an Ethdraw up there. As the fifth beacon was claimed, the shimmering image of Aurelia appeared, and all present kneeled in awe of her presence. I had thought that this was going to be get 7 beacons and then you win the mission, like the Baryon thing. But looking at the way it's shaped and how much of the map there is left, I am now thinking it's going to be get 7 beacons and then the actual objective reveals itself. Well done. We will seize this area. Once done here, we will need to find a supply of the ancient trees known as tree mothers. They're needed to repair the beacons. The trunks of tree mothers. These are the foundation. My Empress, we are hard pressed. The Rana forces are strong. I assume we're not really fighting them yet. We don't know that. Yes, it is as I thought. The Ethdraw have awoken to their true forms. We shall defeat them for the Empire, and for peace. We are fortunate that the dragons are back. Their bones are needed for the beacons, to ensure that our strength and influence spreads far and wide. Together, that's... Did that seem like two halves of two different conversations to anyone else? Like, that didn't make any sense delivered in that way at all. He's like, gee, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. And she's right. And she's like, well, you're right. They are strong. And then he's like, oh, don't worry, though. We can definitely do this. It's just very strange. Very strange all the way around. Here, I think we definitely take the XP. You are getting attuned. I believe this is an attunement. And that's a jail cart. Okay, we don't actually see another beacon here. All right, well, let's clear out these artificers. So there's definitely some interactables here that we would like. Up ahead, some Baryons were forcing scholars into a cage. Sure. Yep. Let's just do the thing. Yeah, the fact that even now they're going to lengths to reinforce to us that the Barians are slavers. It really does seem like the goal for their narrative design was to make it so that all of the factions, all the factions, kind of feel like they're in the wrong. I think there's an argument to be made here. Like, some people are going to feel like the Rana are in the wrong because they're taking it too far and getting too violent in search of their freedom. I do not feel this way, but I do think the game is trying to get us to feel this way, which is why we play them second, and then they're sort of represented as monstrous from that point forward. Or maybe it is merely to make an argument about the fact that, you know, those who seek freedom will always be painted as monstrous by Empire. I don't know, but it's a very strange. The thing as a whole feels very strange. And it is a little bit difficult for me to tease viewpoint out of it. So this is probably an attack that's worth making. We could throw up a sabotage here, but against these artificers, I think we might actually want just the raw magic damage. So let's just go ahead and bite, apply the poison, and then, like, do I want to repel here? Maybe. You only have tier 1 orders, so your quickens are not sufficient to get these troops to where they need to be. I could, like, Dimension Door and then quicken. Yeah, and I guess it's worth the attack. I am probably throwing 60 damage onto the stack first, I guess, to reduce the damage of the counter. Oh, I need one more. I need one more Arcana or one more Quicken, or one more Order, for you to get to a place where you can actually do any damage at all. Well, that's fine. You can just stand up here and buff these troops. You can sing, and you can sing. And then at this point, we should drop our Rupture. These poor little rats. All right, there we go. There's a lot of matter-of-factness in the writing, right? I think that's part of what makes it a little tricky to tell what their actual viewpoint is. I would absolutely love some Aurelian Scholars over top of just, like, keeping that in the army. I don't think they're amazing enough units necessarily to build the recruitment structure for them, but, I mean, for free, sure. Okay, you get a little bit more movement, a pouch of gold that it turns out we could really use, and then I guess we should go try to see what's over here rather than just porting back. But I could teleport to... I guess our beacons... This beacon would let me get some recruits. Yeah. Before we go on to more combat, let's head back and recruit a little. Okay, you'll be stationary for a while yet. Well, the Barians are, in fact, doing some manner of competition. Alright, Blacksmith gives us a falchion. I guess let's wipe these guys out and get the gold behind them. There's a fallen beacon up there. I think those don't count. You know what? I think that's an okay outcome. I will take that. So, do I feel like we are able to command enough troops for the moment? We're stressing our recruitment a little bit already. I think I will learn some more destruction power. Alright, you can only take what's actually here, but it's going to be a little something. Yeah, that's not that's not awesome. Whatever, I guess it'll have to do. She was probably going to be fine either way. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. Alright, and Brother Hilar is still converting. So we really have no idea where the Barians are. I don't have any idea how a lot of this stuff connects to a lot of this stuff, actually. The map is really broken apart in a way that's kind of weird. So we should probably fall back and get some more troops or something. I do want to actually build my mausoleum here. Make better availability of these very good unit types. And now that that's done, they need a different building. Well, I wouldn't be able to change it anyway right now, because we can only build one thing at a time. So let's go break some of this shit, I guess. Yeah, we'll swing back through the town and do a little recruiting here. You have some money. What do I want to bring on? Let's actually cap out that recruitment slot, I think. And then it's like, do I want to throw some additional rats in the rat slot? So we could get 8 rats. I mean, 1 and 9 are not that different in the sense that I wouldn't be attacking with 9 rats either. So maybe we'll just leave them for the moment. If I'm not going to pick up enough to make that a viable combat slot, well, all they're going to do is provide essence. They're already doing a fine job of that. All right, and Ambertina, let us go and see what is this way. Oh, I should have touched the milestone as I passed. Oh well. That's a lot of Ravagers. Let's make sure our squishy units are back, because we can't guarantee they won't get attacked here. Actually, I might put you behind some people as well. Alright, out of curiosity, Quick Battle says... Oh, wow, that's actually very... Yeah, I'll take that. That feels like a pretty soft set of losses, actually. This is quite a large map when you really look at it. Alright, so permanent view radius, always good. Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, that's I don't think that is a settlement. I guess let's go this way first. I have a lot of exploring to do yet. Okay, so this is a direction we've sort of had access to for a while. Wait, is this... This is a settlement. Tier 3, even. And completely undefended for some reason. Very curious. Alright. Lumber camp. So just a gold mine over here. Okay. A gold mine over here that we will get next turn, I guess. This stuff's all been touched already, although some of it's retouchable. Are you as high level as you can get? You are not. We need 8,000 gold for that. Also stone, also walls would be rad. So let's not spend any large amounts of gold for a minute here, because I do want to get this maxed out. You know, there's a bunch of gold and some ancient ruins up there. There's a lot of stuff down here to grab, but I think we're gonna actually go this way, which I have not yet done with him for some reason. Well, I didn't do it with anybody, obviously, but you know what I mean. Not yet taken the effort. This should be a very... yeah, fine. Should be a very, very easy fight. Alright, we'll make a decent amount of money over there next turn. Alright, before we do anything else, let's make sure we buy this tier 5 upgrade. Okay, feeling pretty good about that. I don't think we need to buy the walls. I don't think we're going to be under that kind of pressure anytime soon. Let's take these wolves out, which we can probably do for free. Let's see if the quick battle agrees. Yeah. I was going to say, if it doesn't, we're playing that manually, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Arcana tier 2, absolutely for sure. Especially since we just took Destruction tier 2 on her. Yeah, sure, that's fine. 3,700 more gold, pretty decent. This pack of wolves should just scatter and flee, but they're going to make us actually fight a little bit. Okay, I think we have, yeah, worn out everything up there. And even post upgrade, we are back on just a huge amount of money. So obviously a summoning circle would be nice, but there's a lot of value in a library or whatever. How many large sites do we get? This is a full size, so we get 2 large build sites. So we're going to want a summoning circle, which is going to require an Aurelian Sanctum. Let's get the library up, and then we'll figure out this other stuff afterward. Alright, I feel like we're continuing to expand at a pretty decent pace here. I guess let's open this pathway. Ambertina should be... or not Ambertina. Yeah, Ambertina. This one's Ambertina. The other one's got a different name than that. I think I've just been calling both of them Ambertina. This should be something that you are up to the task of, especially since you now have a couple of tier 2... yeah, that's fine. A couple of tier 2 spell schools. Let's grab the orchard. Some crates and equipment had been left near this fallen beacon, but the repairs were far from complete. Oh, okay. Alright, so now we need a stoneworks here. So we're going to draft these troops into the garrisons. They're here to pick up for somebody later. This becomes a stoneworks temporarily. We will definitely not need it to remain one. And speaking of stoneworks, it's probably about time we went ahead and actually solved that problem. Okay, I can't believe they're actually making us fight this. That feels like one of those ones where it should have just been like, yeah, they see you coming and they run away. All right. These two don't need to be building anything. Yeah, okay. I'm comfortable with where all of our settlements are at. We're all doing critical things. Okay. Well, that tells us some things about where the Barian forces are. So, what is your name again? Magnolia. Magnolia. Okay, this is a forum. This is the other tech building. I think that's actually, that works out really well. Having the other tech building over here. Fine with the trading post. Okay, this looks like an area that could become a front. Like the Rana could be coming down this path. Let's touch the stone altar, and I think I'm going to clear these Fey spirits. Let's make that something of a priority. So what else do we have here? We have an already upgraded laboratory. We have a timber mill that we probably don't need. A couple of crofts, which I'm not super eager to disrupt, but I am going to take this out and build a rally point here for sure. Ambertina is still unlocking things over here. These Hariba soldiers should be pretty quick to take down. A small troop of Harima guarded the nearby graveyard and crypt. Step aside. We seek the Oathbound within that crypt. You are allied with those monsters. They've slain many of our kin. Well, you shouldn't have tried to stop them from fulfilling their duty. I guess the rat can go up here. Yeah, that's probably fine. I should have, you know what, I should have just quick battled that, because I bet they would have given it to us. Okay, so 140 damage. I mean, let's just go ahead and pop you, right? Why even think about it? Ooh, I don't love you taking the high ground. It is, of course, very fixable. Don't think we'll actually be attacking here. Do I want to try to set you up? Yeah, I think it's probably worth the quicken. Well, maybe not. Because I just want to take the shot, right? And I can't do both because I don't have the resources for the repel right now. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. Okay, now we hit the repel. Right? Or do we let him move first? I guess I let him move it. We can stack up better for it. I can hit the sabotage now, though. Drop your defenses some. So this counterattack hits a little harder. Then we move in. Just gonna hit end turn here. Now we do the repel. Okay. So that was just 5 skeletons. I think that's an okay loss. Okay, they will not be able to... Well, we won't be able to upgrade these, which is annoying. We can come back, I guess, some other time when we have more space available. Okay. Get all that settled, and now we are properly done with this area. And then we're definitely selling this. But the question is, what for? It's probably going to be a crypt or a rat warren, right? We probably don't need a croft. Like at this point, 300 gold per turn relative to our incomes is not really all that impressive. I'm going to make another rat warren. We don't have enough of these. I really want to be able to produce a very dense rat army for Halar with all of his damage bonuses and everything. Oh, hey, that's like in my area. Yeah, that was like right here. Okay, so that's the thing we're going to have to deal with soon. Ambertina, why don't we have... Magnolia, why don't we have you do some recruiting? Before we do that, let's look at what we have available here. So... melee and ranged offense for humans, defense for humans, HP and damage for humans. Melee offense to undead, HP and damage to undead, and quite a bit of it, actually. No buffs for rats in the human and undead research. For a lot of them, it's just like Rana and non-Rana, but here, specifically, the rats are excluded. So if we do this kind of stuff, we get HP, defense, and stealthy. Initiative, defense, and arcana. Ranged offense, damage, and range. It's pretty standard for ranged units. +1 destruction. You know what? I'll dump Celestial Ore into that right now. That's just a thing that all of our caster types should have. Defense, melee offense, movement. Movement's good. Initiative, troop, and arcana. Ooh, when they're all the way upgraded, they're also shielded. That's kind of neat. I am going to go ahead and Glimmer Void this Destruction Essence onto them as well. Movement, Arcana, and Frightful. I don't actually know what Frightful does off the top of my head. I wish that it said. But I don't doubt that this is worth it. Our Library of Aurelia is up as well. So... let's spend small amounts of resources on this stuff, which we won't, for the most part, we won't miss that. And then I kind of want to just buy big essence boosts for everybody. Everybody gets tons of essence. And then these are the troop size bonuses, of course. Troop size bonuses are not going to be as relevant right now. Nobody is like maxing out. So it's like wielder research versus adding traits to our units and improving individual stats. I think let's take the essence boosts first. So 10, 15, and 20. Yeah, okay, we'll get that soon. This we can just buy out, no question. We have a ton of celestial ore. We have good ancient amber income. And you know what? We're going to secure even more. So we can't finish out the order thing, but we will be able to really soon. Okay, I feel pretty comfortable about that. And then, like, what are the troop upgrades that are purchased with celestial ore? Toxicologist stuff. And caster stuff, mostly. Is that true here as well? It is. Yeah, improving the defense of caster unit, of chanter unit, I think is not very interesting. Like, but these I will take. We're relying very heavily on these units, and I think these researches are super high value. Yeah, like +1 range is going to be a big improvement. Okay, and with that, let's talk about a little bit of recruitment for you, because you are apparently near an enemy wielder, and we need to care about that. So you're definitely taking on all of the Banes, and we could sell a lot of wood. We have just a couple markets. But we can sell wood at a pretty decent price. Decent enough. Alright, that lets you complete your stack here? No, not quite. It would be 9,600 to complete your stack. Can we get there? You know what? I think I'm willing to do this, and then we'll part with, like, a little bit of stone. Yeah, complete the cavalry stack. That seems pretty strong. Do we want... So you're Arcana Destruction right now. Order Destruction. Yeah, you know, this is probably fine. It's probably fine the way it is. Okay, you should be properly pretty scary. I haven't visited the Mystic Hermit. This is a bonus trait, right? Yeah. Definitely worth doing. And then we'll worry about this stuff in a moment. Alright, you are grabbing us some more money, getting yourself some bonus stats. You know what? The Glimmerweave right now... I think that's enough Glimmerweave to finish... No, it's not. It's close. Spell damage resistance, pretty handy. I guess let's grab this as we're passing. Yeah, that wasn't super valuable. Can I attack this turn? I can. Alright, we don't need to talk to the Pipers. Let's just knock them out in a very quick loss-free battle. Alright. And then for the other thing we're going to build here, we want to build an Aurelian Sanctum. So let's get that started. Alright. The Rana are taking my beacons, and they're going to start taking my settlements in a second here. We're going to have to rotate Brother Halar to actual combat. But let's grab this stuff first. And probably also the stats from the Snake Monument and whatnot. Oh, Ambertina. You're here to help, I presume. No, I'm here to fulfill the wishes of the Empress. Yes, that's what I meant, of course. Of course. Now, what service can we do for the Empress? I'll claim the beacons that the Barians have repaired for us, and see if you can get any of them to join us, I guess. I'll see what I can do. Together for her, Brother Halar. Okay, that conversation doesn't really accomplish very much. Alright. So... it is worth killing off these guys, because it gives us quick access to some bonus stats. You probably shouldn't be all the way in the front like that. This is all screwed. Why are any of you where you are? This is all screwy. I guess this is good enough. Yeah, sure. Alright, reflecting pools. Very worthwhile. All dwellings produce bonus units. Hell yeah. Levy is fantastic. What a good trait. We do... You know what? We are producing Ancient Amber of all things. Certainly quickly enough. That was... okay, yeah. Offense up, defense down. That seems reasonable. And you... I don't know what your deal is. Come over here and grab this XP. There's some XP just sitting on the ground over here, effectively. And then, speaking of XP sitting on the ground, I guess going to the Ancient Ruins is the thing that makes sense to do next for you. How expensive is this? We probably would not make a huge amount of use out of it. Yeah, I'm not going to bother buying it. That we get to max out. This we will get to max out next turn. Then everybody's as magically prepared as we can get them. And it's a matter of just buying troop improvements from there. Yeah, we definitely want that. Potion of Sight. Some powerful stuff. Yep, and here come the Rana to ruin all of my everything. Well, sadly, Rick Tap, the Marsh Bulwark, is going to blow aside the 12 Oathbound I left in this settlement. Chaloon Elders, Storm Guards, Dragons. There's a little bit of proper dragon stuff going on here. Protectors, Sages. This is a real army for sure. Hey, we killed one of them. I'll take that. Okay, the time has come to get serious, but also the time has come to end this episode, I think. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We have established our foothold. We're getting our big researches in. We're getting our large settlements constructed. And so, it is apparently time to get real and extremely bloody. So come back next time for that. And we'll see you then.